Welcome everybody to another edition of Dan's Grand Valley Railroad. This week we're going to do something just a little bit different. Being that it's so close to Christmas, I have had a lot of people ask me, what are some of the benefits of buying and building the Woodland Scenics Grand Valley layout versus other methods or other layouts or other ways to get into the hobby. So we're going to go over my list. I have the top 7 reasons I think that getting the Woodland Scenics Grand Valley layout is a good deal. But before we get into that, I just want to give you a quick update. I'm still running the NCE SB5 Power. I've got the breaker there, and then what I did was I kept my interface thing here, the little board, and this way the power cab, the controller can plug into that rather than down there where I kept pulling it around. This way I've got good access over here and I'm not pulling that unit around down there. So keep that thing. You can use it as a controller, an extension, and that just plugs into the right slot over there, and then the controller goes into that. So all right, so without further ado, let's get on to Dan's top 7 reasons why you should go ahead and buy the Grand Valley layout. My number 7 reason why I think it's a good idea to get into the hobby like this is it comes with almost everything you need to get started. Now, I say almost because there are 2 major things missing in this kit that you see in the picture. That being, it does not come with the track or the bridge. That is available in the Atlas track pack, which is another expense, but you have to buy that track pack, and that runs anywhere from $120 to $150. The second thing that is not included in this kit are the buildings. All of these buildings come in another set called the Woodland Scenics City and Industry Building Set. And that's what all this stuff is, the decals for the buildings, all of the buildings that you see on the kit. But you do get everything else to build the layout just as you see it. They do go over some of the things you get, the styrofoam, the risers, all of the stuff for the scenery, the paint, the trees, all of that stuff. So in that regard, having it be all in one kit that you can build, that, I think that's a good deal. Okay, my number 6 reason why I think you should get the Woodland Scenic Grand Valley layout kit is full instructions. If you're new to the hobby and you're overwhelmed, you don't know where to start, you go to videos and stuff online and they talk about big, thick foam sheets from the do-it centers and the home stores, the big box stores, plywood and all that kind of stuff. This gives you full instructions, everything that's included, how to start, layout overview, everything. Full instruction book on how to build it and how to put it together. Now, there are some tools that make it easier to, if you get like the low heat hot glue gun, but for the most part, everything is included, all the glues and everything that you'll need. And it's really nice to have that instruction book to take you from point A to point B. It does include laying the track and everything, so you will want to have the track as you build it. You'll want to have that track pack available because it's an intricate part of putting the layout together. And you got to make sure that your track bed, your roadway is completely flat. They talk about that in here. There's some other guys that on YouTube like me that go through the process that they went through of you know, getting out all the bumps and all the problem areas, but you definitely want to do that. But having full instructions to get you started is really nice. All right, my number 5 reason why I think you should get started with the Woodland Scenics Grand Valley layout is it's a more interesting layout than just your typical flat 4x8. You have plenty of turns, you have inclines, you have lots of tunnels, very interesting tunnels. And layout, it's 3-dimensional. You have mountains, you have a little community here, the way it's laid out. And now mine, as you know, if you're just joining my channel or new to my channel, I added on this much out to the front of the layout as a little yard. So that is something that just is something I did. But from this point back, that's all the layout. So it's interesting. It has a turnout that goes back to 2 industries, another switch there that services 2 industries, and that's pretty cool for interest. And you know, kids love it. You've got a lot of buildings, a lot of vehicle, you know, possibilities, roadways, everything. So that's my number 5 reason. All right, my number 4 reason why I think you should get the Woodland Scenics Grand Valley layout is it is all made out of plaster cloth and styrofoam. So it is really easy to modify. If I decide I don't like this here, I can rip this out and put some more plaster cloth, styrofoam, do anything I want. It's really easy to modify. This is just hollowed down under here. If you've been with me for a while, you'll know that I had a duck pond over here. When I got these buildings, I decided to remove that, make a parking lot, put in a building. I put a different building over here. There's just, you know, unlimited things that you can do with plaster cloth and styrofoam. It glues very easy with hot glue, and it's just super easy. So my number 3 reason why I think you should get the Woodland Scenics Grand Valley layout is it's easily expandable. As you can see with my yard, I expanded out this way. I can also expand that way. You can also modify the track here to go straight. I know quite a few people that have done that. I will link to other creators who work with the Grand Valley layout, and you can see some other videos of theirs, but you can go straight here. You can do the same thing over there and expand out that way. You can also do a lot with inside the mountain. As many of you know, if you've been with my channel for a while, I did some modifications inside where I made a winter scene in there because it's just open space. That's lighted in there, and when I do cab ride videos, you can see the scenery that I put in there. All this kind of stuff is expandable. Someday I hope to make a 2-line main around the outside as an oval and expand. So just lots of possibilities with that. Okay, my number 2 reason why I think you should get the Woodland Scenics Grand Valley layout. You don't need to have a whole lot of carpentry, woodworking, or other types of skills. It's pretty easy to build. Now, I built a table for my layout, but there are plenty of tables available. Woodland Scenics sells them. You can use pretty much any kind of table that would be big enough. I built my own, but you don't have to do that. So you don't have to have a whole lot of woodworking skills. Modeling skills will come in handy, and those will grow as you build it. But it's just an easy, very easy kit to put together. All right, and my number 1 reason why I think you should get the Woodland Scenics Grand Valley Layout Kit. There are a ton of videos on YouTube like mine of people who have, started it, who have who are building it, who are modifying it, who are doing all kinds of things with it for all types of levels, from absolute beginner to intermediate to experts. So, you know, the community is awesome. You guys that watch my channel, I mean, you guys ask questions, you interact, you know, everybody is respectful. It's really a great community. So there is a lot of knowledge out there, a lot of resources, and a lot of help. You don't have to have a huge room in your house with a shelf layout to get started in HO railroading or N-scale railroading, you know, whatever scale you want. You don't have to have a huge area. You can do it with a 4x8. You can do all kinds of stuff with smaller layouts and have a lot of fun. So that's the whole point of my channel, and a lot of other guys that are out here with their Grand Valley layouts. You know, it's all about having fun and, you know, having a pretty compact area to have a lot of fun with. So, all right. Well, thank you for watching me and going through my list. Now, soon, within probably a week or so, I'm going to have another video where I'm going to talk about the top 5 or 6 or 7 reasons that I think they could improve the Woodland Scenics Grand Valley Railroad layout. I know a lot of you guys know what I'm going to talk about. I've talked about it before. Hint, hint, hint. But there are a few things about it that could be different and could be modified, and we'll talk about those next time. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys are enjoying this Christmas season right now. It's just a really cool time of year, and I'm enjoying myself and just enjoying the hobby and all the things that go along with this season. So hope you guys are too. Thank you so much for watching, and we will catch you next video. Take care and stay blessed.